Today I am going to be doing a Flamin Hot Showdown. I love the original Flamin Hot Cheetos, but what I found was that the Flamin Hot flavors actually span across a wide variety of other Frito-Lay brands as well. We have the Flamin Hot Cheetos, Flamin Hot Doritos, Flamin Hot Ruffles, and Flamin Hot Lays to throw all of these into a Flamin Hot Showdown. So let's see which one reigns supreme. For those of you tuning in for the first time and for our return viewers, I'm Yun. At NoshFinder, we are here to bring you unique snacks from around the world, break down those flavor profiles, and stay to the end because I give this snack a NoshFinder rating to determine whether you should try it or not. So just a really quick history about Flamin Hot Cheetos. Actually, Flamin Hot Cheetos was discovered by a janitor that actually worked at Frito-Lay. His name is Richard Montañez, and basically what happened was one of the days the machine actually pumped out some Cheetos without any flavorings, and what the janitor did was actually bring these Cheetos back home, and he was inspired by elote, which is a Mexican corn spice, and he basically had all the spices and seasonings and sprinkled it all over the Cheetos to make it kind of like spicy, savory, and I guess sometimes a hint of smokiness as well. He brought this back to the Frito-Lay's headquarters, actually got a chance to meet with the CEO, and within a few months this was brought into like a test production to see whether or not Flamin Hot Cheetos will work, and it has worked and is one of our favorite, most beloved Cheetos flavored snacks. Flamin Hot Cheetos has been super popular in terms of like just sprinkling it all on many various types of snacks. I've seen ice cream, poke, which I've had before, burritos, mac and cheese, and one of my favorite variations of Flamin Hot Cheetos is actually dipping it into Greek yogurt, and it provides a very creamy, smooth taste in addition to the crunchy corn hot Flamin Hot Cheeto. Definitely try it out. So let's get to it and let's see what these snacks taste like. We are going through this showdown, and the first one we have is the Doritos Flamin Hot Nacho. Packaging wise, looks exactly like a Doritos, but it has some of these like fire flames coming out of it to show that it is hot. Let's open it up and see what we think. All right. Wow, it is very bright flaming hot color. Woo! Definitely like a Flamin Hot Cheeto with that same coloring. And if I smell it, crazy. I do not smell anything at all. It's so weird. And let's try it out and see how it tastes. It's like a mix between like nacho cheese and Flamin Hot. I think it really depends on which chip you get in the bag because some of them weren't as intense as this one. But this one you can taste the intensity in it for sure. Whew. But it's just more nacho cheese with some spice, but not exactly as tasty as the Flamin Hot Cheetos. All right, let's move on to the next one. Next, I have the Lay's Flamin Hot flavored chips. Another fiery color, Flamin Hot Cheeto color, as you can see, with that orangey red tint. A lot of peppers cut apart and then some chips with flames, so really fun. So let's open it up and see how this one tastes. Okay, all right, so not as intense as the Doritos that we were just looking at, but it does definitely have this really bright electric color on the Lay's chips itself. And when I smell it, actually smells like a smoky, kind of like a barbecue-y smoky type of smell, so that's pretty interesting. So let's try it out and see how it tastes. Whoa. It's barbecue. It's barbecue flaming. It's barbecue smoky flaming. It's really interesting. That's such a surprise, but it's actually really good. I like the flaming hot and the barbecue combination. I think it's kind of, Lay's is kind of making it its own type of flavor, which is pretty good. Not exactly spicy-ish. Don't really taste the spiciness, and maybe it really depends on the chip, but I'm liking this one. This one's really cool. It has a nice smoky complexity to it. So I have the Ruffles Flamin Hot, and again, I'm so surprised I haven't tried Ruffles Flamin Hot before. I think I've seen it before, but I always just end up gearing towards the Cheetos. So when I look at the packaging, another one of the peppers with a lot of flames. So let's open it up. Let's see how it tastes. Wow, this is so bright. Wow, it's crazy how bright this color is. This is very much like a Flamin Hot Cheeto color as well. And the translucency from the chip itself just makes it even like it makes it look super intense. So classic Ruffles with more of the flavorings trapped inside it. And when I smell it, I don't smell anything. It smells like a plain Ruffles potato chips. Just smells like a potato chip. So let's taste it and see what we think. Another surprise one for sure, and definitely feel the slow heat building up from the Flamin Hot. But I think this chip is actually the cheddar and sour cream Ruffles with Flamin Hot on top. So it's pretty good as well. But not as surprising with like the layers of flavors, like the smokiness from the Lay's, but it definitely has a little bit of those sour cream notes from the cheddar and sour cream Ruffles. I think it's pretty interesting that they put Flamin Hot on top of it, but spicy wise, it's okay. It's not too bad. And the chip texture is your average Ruffles texture. So all in all, decent chip. So I have our classic Flamin Hot Crunchy Cheetos with Chester Cheetah. This bag is just so nostalgic and you just know exactly that it's just Flamin Hot. All right, let's open it up and see how it tastes. All right, so this is your classic Flamin Hot Cheeto with the corn chip with all the Flamin Hot seasonings. And when I smell it, see, this one actually has a little bit more smell to it, even though it's probably the same spice throughout each of these bags. This one, for some reason, has more complexity in the smell. It actually has like some of the garlic, some of the spices, and the corn chip all together. So maybe it just smells really familiar, but it definitely has a unique smell to it. So let's give it a taste. All hail the OG. It is so good. I just think it's so hard to top this one. For some reason, the corn chip puff, in addition to like the Flamin Hot flavors and all the spices, you just taste more of it. And maybe because it does represent an elote, which is the Mexican corn. But it's just so tasty and everything just goes so well together. And I think those pockets in the Cheeto itself actually traps a lot of that Flamin Hot. So it's so delicious, so iconic, and I do not think that these Flamin Hot Cheetos can be dethroned. So with that, I would think the winner is the Flamin Hot Cheeto. So these Flamin Hot Cheetos is just its own standalone flavor. It isn't like the Lay's or the Ruffles where it has like some barbecue and then some sour cream and cheddar and then some Flamin Hot flavors on top. I think the Flamin Hot Cheeto is actually its own flavor versus saying it's just a Cheeto with Flamin Hot spices. So it's very, very standalone and it really can hold its own really well. So in second place, I would give it to the Lay's Flamin Hot flavor. I love the smokiness from the barbecue. It adds a layer of complexity. I love the Lay's like textured chip. I just think that all of it goes really well together. And in third place, I have the Ruffles Flamin Hot. And in last place, I would say it would be the Doritos Flamin Hot Nacho. I actually prefer just regular nacho cheese flavor. I think the nacho cheese flavor is nice standalone flavor in itself. I think the Flamin Hot just really doesn't do much to it. It's spicy, but it doesn't really enhance it or taste really good because it has Flamin Hot on it. So this concludes our Flamin Hot flavor showdown. Super fun to try these out. Flamin Hot is always a great flavor to try out, and surprisingly, or maybe not surprisingly, the OG wins. Leave a comment down below to let me know which Flamin Hot flavor chip is your favorite. If you are looking to try out something to tickle your taste buds or just basically challenge your palate, check out all my videos on NoshFinder and join me next time on the next NoshFinder as I try another unique snack from around the world. If you want to check me out on the daily, follow me on Instagram at NoshFinder.